Good morning, dear students. In the last class, I have taught you the different problem solving agent, and I have taught you the different steps that is required in solving a problem and increasing the performance. I have taught you about general tree search in the previous class. Okay. So in today's class, I am going to teach you some example problems. Actually, there are many possible ways of asking questions in artificial intelligence that is related to different examples. So normally if you take an example problem, it is classified into two. It may be either a toy world problem or it may be a real world problem. So they may ask some innovative questions in the universities while asking the questions, in the exams. So if you see in the toy world problem, if you see examples are like vacuum world problem. So it is all involved with toys, right? So vacuum world problem, if you see, it is basically a toy world problem. If you see 8 puzzle problem, it is again a toy world problem. 8 queens problem, it is again a toy world problem. Okay. So those that are involved in toys, you call it as toy world problem. If you are using the scenario in a real world, if this vacuum world, if it is used in real world, then you will just have this vacuum world problem as a real world problem. Okay. So there are some more real world problems like traveling salesman problem, then automated robo arm. So these agents are assembled in a real world environment, hence you call it as real world problem. Okay. So this 8 puzzle, 8 queens, you normally call it as a toy world problem, whereas real world problem, if the examples are involved or applied in a real world, you call it as real world problem. Okay. So this vacuum world problem I have already taught you in the previous class, in my second class. And this traveling salesman problem you have already learned in the previous class. Last class I have taught you a tree, general tree with path cast. So that you call it as traveling salesman problem. You have also learned that in data structure in your second year. And automated robo arm, if you see, you could see this in different in televisions, like in Discovery channels, you would have seen like fixing manufacturing a car, or filling the bottles with automated robo arms, filling the bottles with juices, or fitting the cars with the doors, glass, all those things with the help of robo arm. So all those things comes under real world problem because it is implemented in real world. So toy world problem, if you see, it is 8 queens problem. So 8 queens problem you have already learned in your second year in data structures. I hope you remember there will be 8 columns and 8 rows, 8 into 8 cross matrix, right? There will be 8 columns and 8 rows, right? And what are the conditions for 8 queens problem? The queen has to be placed in such a way that it must not be in a same row. 2 queens must not be in a same row or same column, or it must not be in diagonal. Okay, the queens must not be placed in same row, same column, or it must not be in diagonal position. So you know that, right? You have already learned in your second year. Similarly, there is 4 queens problem. This is 8 queens problem. Similarly, there is 4 queen problem also. So in 4 queens, you will be having 4 into 4 cross matrix. Okay, the rules are same, but the matrix is 4 into 4 cross matrix. Similarly, there is another one toy world problem, like it is called as 8 puzzle problem or 4 puzzle problem. So 8 puzzle problem, if you see, this will be the initial state where it is a 4 cross 4 matrix. Okay, but 4 cross, or even you can have it as 3 cross. The problem is the numbers will be arranged in different order. Okay, the numbers will be arranged in different order. So this is the initial position. What you have to do is you have to arrange this box in such a way that it is arranged in this order. Okay, so this is the initial position and this is the goal position. So if you see the style 1 is present in the column 1 cross 1. So this is 1 cross 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4. So you have to write like this. So this is in the position 4 comma 4. Okay. So 1 is in the 4 comma 4 position in the initial state. Goal also it is present in the 4 comma 4 state. Whereas if you see this 8, it is present in 2 comma 4. Okay. So this position is 2 comma 4. Whereas in goal state, it is present in 3 comma 4. Right. This is 1 comma 4, 2 comma 4, 3 comma 4, and here now it is present in, okay, so sorry, 3 comma 1, sorry, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, and this is 3 comma 3. So it is present in the position 3 comma 4. So how many tiles it has to move to reach the destination? Now it is in present in this particular tile 2 comma 4. So it has to be moved up to reach the destination. So like this you have to explain this 8 puzzle problem or 4 puzzle problem. So these are some possible questions that can be asked in university with some examples for you to explain. Okay. So there, even playing a tennis with that they can ask some question, but that comes under a real world problem. So they can either ask a toy world problem or real world problem. So while writing you can describe what will be the initial state, what will be the goal state. Similarly you can also describe the operations that can be performed. 8 queens problem, when you play, what are the operations that you can use a soldier which can be moved initially with the 2 jumps, then later on with 1 jump. Then if you take a horse, it moves in only in L direction. So like that you can describe the possible operations. If you take this 8 puzzle problem, there are only 4 operations. Either you can move up or you can move down the tile, 5 can be moved up or down the tile, or it can move right or it can be moved left. So like this you can describe any kind of problems that is being asked in university. Okay. So please remember there is only 2 types of example problems. One is toy world problem and another one is real world problem. In toy world problem you will be considering only toys like 8 puzzle and 8 queens. Whereas in real world problem you can either consider as vacuum world, traveling salesman, or even automated Mars rover, automated robo arms. So anything that is implemented in real time you can consider that in real world problems. Okay. So this is what I have you for today's class. So with that we have completed our unit 1. In the next class I will be starting a fresh unit, that is unit 2, and I will be teaching you different search strategies. Okay. So there are basically 2 types of search strategies: informed search strategies and uninformed search strategies. So those search strategies I will be handling in the next class. Okay. Thank you.